So anyway, the doctor was called, I was given injections, and then that's when I realized I need help, and I decided to go for therapy.
Hi, today we have Ritu on my couch and we're going to be talking about depression. So, Ritu has struggled with depression on and off. So, let's ask Ritu what it looks like in her life.
So I suffered from the prolonged depression for almost 3.5 years. And it took me a long time to actually even realize that it's depression that I'm
Right.
battling with. Because initially, you just blame it to everything. It's like, okay, life's hard, stress is getting to me, I'm unable to cope with it. You don't realize the magnitude of what you're dealing with.
You don't realize what you're actually dealing with. You think
You
it's
don't.
day to day issues that are
It takes
manifesting.
a lot of, what should I say, insight to be able to realize that it's
Right.
actually depression that you're dealing with. So, yeah, depression led to hopelessness, complete sense of hopelessness in life, helplessness, worthlessness,
Wow.
and it seemed like there was no purpose to life, there was no meaning to life. Though I just had a baby a couple of years back, I had a beautiful child to look after, but everything just lost complete meaning.
So, did this start after you had a baby or was it a few years after?
No, it was, say, a couple of years post my baby because of other triggers in life. But
so, there was this sense of helplessness, hopelessness,
everything,
and everything seemed bleak.
everything, and then that led to a lot of physiological issues.
Right. So you
Because
had a lot of health issues.
my immunity went for a complete toss.
Okay.
And then I had a whole lot of stomach issues. I had a low grade fever for like 3.5 years.
Wow.
I developed a couple of benign tumors in different parts of my body. So yeah, so it became a mental as well as a physical battle
So it manifested physically for you.
in a very big way.
And that's actually very common because a lot of people go to their GP and say, you know, sar mein dard hota hai.
And the first
Yeah.
thing will happen is a acid reflux.
Oh yes.
And you
That
don't
is
even
one.
realize that it's
Oh,
actually
yes.
anxiety and stress
yes.
that is leading to it.
It's absolutely horrible. So physical issues, that's how it manifested for you and this emotional side of things.
Completely, I was totally hopeless and helpless.
How did it impact your relationships, the people around you?
I became super irritable and cranky. I was like literally biting people's head off if they said anything which I didn't like. I became a social recluse. I stopped going out.
So you withdrew.
Completely in a shell. I cut ties with everybody except 2 or 3 close friends who I maintained daily contact with. I just cut myself off from the world.
So you were really isolated. Did that worsen the depression?
It did, but again, because I wasn't taking help for it at that point. I didn't know
Right.
how to cope with it. It seemed like more of a effort to make that.
So this is a
Social-
vicious cycle in depression. It makes you isolate yourself, and,
And
then
it
when
gets
you are
worse.
isolated,
It gets
you
worse.
feel horrible.
It gets worse.
Right. So how did you go about discovering that you have depression and sort of working around it?
I started getting panic attacks.
Okay.
Full blown panic attacks. Initially, again, I would just ignore it. But one day, my son actually found me sprawled on my bathroom floor, gasping for breath. And he was terrified.
Right.
So, anyway, the doctor was called, I was given injections, and then that's when I realized I need help. And I decided to go for therapy. Now, when I decided to go for therapy and I discussed with a few friends, first reaction, are you mad? Let's go shopping, let's get you drunk, you'll be fine.
Absolutely, that's a very common reaction people have. Why are you going for therapy? वो तो पागल लोगों के लिए होता है. Let's go for a drink.
Yeah, let's get you drunk. Let's do retail therapy, you'll be fine. And I'm like, guys, I've done it for 3 years, it's not working. I need help. And my elder brother actually lives in New York. He was after my life for a couple of years to get help. But till I didn't get the self-realization, I didn't pay heed to his words. So then, yes, I finally went for therapy. That helped me immensely. And actually, that's when I realized that this is what I want to actually do in life.
So you found your calling through this process as
And
well.
then I started studying. As you know, I've been interning under you.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Great. So, you know, depression, one of the other things I deal with is people think depression है, therapy के लिए जाओ, दवा लो, magic. It'll go away.
No, it's
But
a
it's
constant
not
struggle.
an issue that is just
Gonna go.
poof, goes away.
It's not like you take a Panadol and your
Exactly.
headache goes away. No.
So how do you deal with it on a very daily basis?
There are a lot of days I feel very, very bleak. So
Mhm.
then I have to push myself to do the things that are important, that make
Mhm.
me happy, that motivate me. So one of the things that I make it a point to do on a daily basis is exercise.
Right,
Because for me that works as a brilliant stress buster.
right. So that's your Prozac really.
It gives me my adrenaline rush every
Absolutely.
morning, and it gives me a great kickstart
Mhm.
to my day. I have to do that. Then I try and read a lot of motivational quotes and books,
Oh, absolutely.
which again is something you need to keep telling yourself to fill yourself with that positivity.
So I really find self-help books to be some of the best ways to beat depression. Personally, I just love that stuff.
Though we all know it all,
Mhm.
we just need to be
Sometimes you just
need
need
that
to hear
reminder,
it, yeah.
and you need to see it in print
Mhm.
to be able to act upon it.
What else? What are some of your self-care practices besides reading and exercise?
Say someday I'm really upset, one of the things I'll do is put on crazy loud music and just
Mhm.
start dancing alone in my room.
Great.
So that again gives me that emotional
Sort of it
release.
lifts your
Yeah,
mood.
that emotional release
Mhm.
happens with that.
Mhm.
Cold showers help a lot.
Mhm.
So a few things like that, and then maybe I'll go and spend time with someone who makes me feel good, makes me happy.
Right. Mhm.
So I'll probably call up my best friend and I'll meet her for a drink or a cup of coffee and talk.
Great. So that's how you take care of your depression. So thank you, Ritu. Thank you for sharing this stuff with us. And you've done a really great job managing your own depression.